Hello, 380, 500. Dr. Allen here. I thought I would take a moment just to kind of go over what we're going to be doing this week. There are videos up. A few things though before I kind of get going. One, forgive the neon. I was out hitting golf balls a little bit this morning, and I just threw on a shirt, and somehow I had a neon on neon combination here, but that's not the important stuff. The more important stuff is this. One, you all have totally been rocking the Brightspace. One, I'm very appreciative. A few people have emailed me like, hey, I can't find this, or why is this like this? 9 times out of 10, it's something I've done, nothing related to Brightspace, but I've been able to fix it. It's been a good learning experience for me. Work has been awesome. So just keep all that up. And again, if you have any questions or issues, make sure you just fire me an email. Also, I know I mentioned it on the long video. This one will not be as long, but just so you know, I will be out. I'll be in Florida next week, but don't worry. I promise I will make sure to check my email in the morning, afternoon, and one time in the evening, just in case. I'm going to try to keep up with the grading and such too, just in the hotel or sitting by the pool or whatever. I'm sure Disney World has internet. But also Saturday, Sunday, on both days, we're taking the train down. I have internet, should be fine. So I shouldn't be out of touch any next week, but just in case there's a little bit of a delay, I promise to get back with everyone, but I will be gone out of, I guess, WV. With all that being said, of course, I have this screen up we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. I thought I would just go over really quick what you're going to be doing next week. You're welcome to work ahead. I know some people are already starting to do that. The Google Classrooms that have been submitted, I'm recording this on Thursday, have been great. Weeblies, you all have been rocking those. Most of you have been doing Weeblies, and that's fantastic. Sometimes that's a lot of people's headache because it is a little goofy. A few of you said you really liked it once you figured it out. I'm the same way. If you can just take that 15 or 20 minutes and kind of get how it works, once you get it, it's pretty easy to use. Be the first person to admit Google Classroom is kind of replacing a lot of websites. I may have even mentioned that on the video before. I still use websites just as a storage type thing, and if I ever go anywhere, I have something. I just did one for teacher professional development as a quick place to throw up things in case for handouts and such, because we didn't have a Google Classroom space. So I think it's a good skill to have. Of course, it's like I say, Thursday, so you still have until Sunday to get all that in. Starting on Monday next week, we have a few things that we're going to do. Don't let this long list intimidate you at all. It's just the kind of different types of tech that I'm going to mention in the videos. Again, the videos will all be down here. I'm not going to go for it. It seems like everyone's getting it figured out. But one of the assignments that you have to do is a presentation assignment. It is down here. And you have to pick one of the 3 types. Here I specify Nearpod. I don't care if you use Pear Deck also. Some people prefer Pear Deck. I know Frederick County, I'm pointing Frederick County like it's right next outside my window. But Frederick County, Maryland, I know uses Pear Deck a lot. It's the Google version of Nearpod. If you've not seen Nearpod, I like it a lot. I used it for 5 years before I came to Shepherd. It's been around a little while, but during the pandemic, it did pick up a lot more steam and popularity. Actually, all these things have during the pandemic. But you're welcome to kind of check all that out. With Nearpod, I am going to pull it up real quick. Again, there's an instructional video that is posted to kind of show you what you're supposed to do. But what I want you to go, you are going to have to create an account. Don't worry, create a free account. Do not get the ones with bells and whistles and all that. I have that because I like some of the stuff. I would suggest not doing it unless you really want that until you get to your school districts and you get hired somewhere. A lot of the counties now have Nearpod, and they'll give you an account with a lot more stuff than even my paid account has. Just create a free account. You're going to hit create and just follow the instructions that are under the assignment. I believe I have them down here. You're going to do a 10-slide show. I just want you to put in a poll and an open-ended question and a quiz in it. Those are things that come with the free account. I do like it a lot, and I will say this, I'm trying not to get too long-winded so I don't hold you all up watching me babble. There are a lot of cool things on here, like, I will pull this one up real quick. Like, you can add in virtual field trips. You can add in, there's something called Time the Climb, where you go up and they ask questions. If you ever seen The Price is Right with the mountain climber game, something very similar. There's a lot of that you can put in there. Let's see, of course, I'm on Safari, so of course it's going to act a little goofy. But that is a virtual field trip, and as you can tell, it is not, I'm going to go ahead and push on here. There's some of the questions, and the students answer. They hold the devices, they answer, and you get all the responses back. You can download this as like a pre-assessment when you get to EdTPA, which I'm sure you're starting to think about a little bit. But let's see. That is, as you can see, I think you'll get the point. It looks a lot better when I'm not on this. Actually, give me a second. That'll drive me nuts if I don't show you properly. Let's try it this way. Wasn't thinking. Now I'm really going to test myself. Do I remember my password? Here we go. Ooh. Let me show you that again. Oh, where was that? There, well, this is when I was fiddling around with it. You'll get the point. I'll just go this route. As you can see, probably best to use Chrome when you're using it. I might need to update my Safari, could also be the problem. But as you can see, you can do different, you can insert these field trips. Like I say, there's a lot of cool stuff. I'm not gonna get bogged down. Watch the videos for the instruction, read about it. I would recommend using Nearpod though, just to get used to it. I'm gonna close that one out. That is one of the things that you have to do this week is Nearpod. And again, 10 slides. Oh, this is a very important thing also. When you're doing it, now I closed out my Nearpod, but I'm gonna pull it right back up. I do wanna tell you one thing. When you create, one thing that you can do, you can incorporate Google Slides or a PowerPoint when you do it. I would strongly recommend doing that only for one reason. What I mean is when you are in there, and I think I even have this on the instructional video put on, create the PowerPoint that you want or the lessons, load it and drag and drop it in here and all the slides will come up because it's hard to edit on Nearpod, and then you can go back in and add all the different things within Nearpod. So for example, if you have the PowerPoint on there, you can incorporate a question. You hit activities, time to climb. You can have students draw responses. You can have them fill in the blanks. You can have them do polls. You can incorporate a Flipgrid, which is something we're going to do this week. You just drop it in between the slides. So for example, if I had a PowerPoint on the French Revolution, had something on Robespierre and the Terror, let's reverse those. The Terror, then I might have a question slide, and something on Robespierre. So again, just email if you have any questions. It seems like a lot of this stuff is intuitive and it's just trial and error type things. Next thing I wanted to tell you all that you have to do this week. Again, Nearpod, Pear Deck, you can do either one. Powtoon, you can check it out. I put it on the list. It's not used as much. It's not quite as in vogue right now as Nearpod and Pear Deck. I'm trying to get better at Pear Deck. I actually just did something with it. It is literally in your Google account. Let me just go ahead and show you that too real quick. You go in here, you have to do an add-on, but I have a Pear Deck add-on to mine slides when you do Google Slides. It should be on there somewhere. But you can kind of add in there, but it's another one. Or actually, I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse. You can just type in Pear Deck, which is probably even easier. And there's a Google add-on. So, and you can log in. It's very similar to what I just showed you with Nearpod. So I like Nearpod better, but you know, there are people who are definitely more devoted to Pear Deck. This is just the site. I think I have the links down there, and I'm going to send you a tech list. This is a link of various apps. Maybe if I'm on the ball tonight, I'll send that to you. Prezi, I think a lot of people are familiar with. That's the one that comes and zooms in and zooms out. It was kind of the first non-PowerPoint, like, souped up thing, but there's not really questions or anything. It's just a different way of the things coming in and out, if that makes sense. Same with Powtoons. Powtoons is just one of those things. I'll show you. It's just kind of, you can make unique videos, unique presentations. I just wanted to show it to you if it's something that interests you. and you can incorporate it. But for the presentation assignment, I would definitely stick to Nearpod or Pear Deck. If you really want to give one of these a try, just email me and just say, hey, can I give it a shot? I think I can make it work. And that's fine. Kind of going to be pretty flexible with this because I think you have to find what you feel comfortable with. The next thing that what you're going to do this week is Edpuzzle. I will tell you, Edpuzzle is usually one of two things. It's either everyone's favorite thing out of this class, or it is their least favorite thing out of this class. Again, it's kind of like the Weebly where you have to fiddle with it a little bit. I really like it. I actually use it in Ed 200. A lot of people, though, find it a little too clunky. Again, this is one of these things that pre-pandemic, some people knew about it. I think post-pandemic, it's become a very popular tool. I thought I had pulled one up. Yep. A few things about Edpuzzle that I wanted to tell you before you kind of get rocking and rolling on it. Why don't I just go back out and do it right? You can just sign in if you don't have an account with a Google account. Like I'm logged in on Google right now, and you can sign in. So you all have a Google account from your Google Classroom, so you can do that. Or you can create one with your separate email. I actually kind of cheated and have one for both, so I have more access. Again, sign up for the free account. Don't pay money. Make sure there's a free version. Again, just doesn't have all the bells and whistles. What Edpuzzle is one of those things where you can take videos and add questions or voiceovers to them and send the links to the students. So as you can see, they have different ones. I'm going to do an add content, create a video, just to kind of show you. There's a bunch of stuff here. Since I mentioned it, and it's on my mind, you saw I was kind of fiddling. If you saw, I had an oversimplified there. But I'm going to look for videos on the French Revolution in the Edpuzzle community or on YouTube. And there's some on YouTube. So I'm going to take, I guess a lot of people like Crash Course, so I will pick Crash Course. So I will hit Crash Course. As you can see, there's the video. Now here's what I need to do. I want you all to add, I don't have the assignment right in front of me, so let's go down here and look. Select a video, I don't care what it is. You can film your own and upload it too. I just didn't think anyone wanted to get into that. I want you to keep the video within 5 minutes, so try to crop it. If you go over 5 minutes, we're a small class. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But if you can, try to crop it just as practice. Another EdTPA thing, getting used to editing videos down to a time limit. Try to keep it between 2 to 5 minutes and put 5 combinations of things. I don't care how you do it. You can do 5 questions, you can do 5 notes, you can do 5 quizzes, as long as there's 5 things. I know it says Sakai, I've caught a few of those, but obviously put it on Brightspace. But just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I'm saying all this. You know, here's the video. You're going to hit edit, and you're going to hit play.
Hi, my name is John.
And of course, this guy's going to sit here and talk. Now, say you hear something that you want your students to know. You can pause it, and then you can add a question, a note that you want students to do, and it'll pop up on the video. You can do an open-ended question, and there is a grade book, so you'll get all the results. So if I hit this, you know, I just, you know, when did the revolution start? Oops. You just go in there and you do it. That's it. You'll save the questions. I'm not going to get into that. You can also go in there and do a voiceover. As you can see, YouTube has some rules. I think you can do it with the Edpuzzle community. Or, of course, if it's your own video. Or, I said or, and when you need to cut it, here's the video cropping. So it's all under edit. Let's go back, and you can go back there, and you can, I'll just reset all this. But that is how you do the Edpuzzle video. And then when you're done, you'll just publish it. I think my face is covering it. Yep, there it is. You'll just hit finish, and you'll have the video. You're just going to send me the link, which again, that's another thing I wanted to thank everyone on. I know that Brightspace has been a little quirky. You can't just sometimes put links. A lot of you have been putting on a doc and just throwing it up there. That's fine. That's perfect. If not, just email it to me. That's fine. I have a little folder with 300, 380, and 500, and I just throw everything in there and go through it each day. So that's fine. But again, there is an instructional video on there, but 5 questions, edit, find a video that's kind of related to your content area. If you're elementary, Just pick your favorite content area. Okay, next thing that you're going to be doing for week 2, a lot of stuff this week, but I don't think any of them are too complicated. Flipgrid. I think everyone's probably done a Flipgrid at this point or is familiar with Flipgrid. Again, you can create one with your Google account. Just sign in. Do not do a souped up version. When you get in there, you're going to have to create a group. As you can see, I have different ones. We'll just do Ed 380. I just picked a weird background. It looks like donuts. You're just going to create a topic. Say hello. Whoops. All. And you're going to say, what did you, whoops, if you watch this, I don't know, what did you think of the show Loki last night? You're going to create the topic, and you're going to send me either this link. If you want to be real, we're going to talk about QR codes, but if you want to send a QR code, that's fine, but I would just send the link just to be safe. You are going to send that prompt, but what I want you to do also is I would like you to, let me go in back here. You're going to send the prompt. I would like you to do one thing. I jumped the gun. Make sure you record yourself asking this question. I always type it in so students can see it. But when you do your topic, you know, you're going to hit this. Let's see if I can do this with the recording. I'm in Chrome or Safari again. Let's get out of there. Sorry, I like Apple, but sometimes I do fight it a little bit. Let me go back and show you one thing. Log in. Also like to narrate my actions. Here we go. When you go back in here, and we'll create a topic. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. We'll just title it Loki. You know, I can do what did you think of Loki, but also I want you to hit this button and record. Oh, I can't do it because I'm recording on there, but you're going to hit that and just record something. It says, what did you think about Loki? Sorry, I'm filming this, so I don't have 2 cameras up. What did you think of Loki? And that will be perfect. And then you're going to share me the link. That's it. That's it. I just want you to create a Flipgrid. Nothing more, nothing less. Again, some of you may have already used it. Again, it was another popular tool during the pandemic. Let's get out of that. And get out of there. And finally, you saw one of these on Flipgrid, and I toyed with the idea of just letting you send me the Flipgrid QR code, but I decided not. I'm going to go ahead and have you make it because I don't think it takes too long, and I think it'd be important that you just know how to do it and be familiar with something on your email. When you log into your email, I'm going to actually sign out of mine real quick. Maybe, possibly. Awesome. Okay. When you go to Shepherd University, 150th anniversary, I'm going to hit email. I'm going to sign in. We all do this from the website. We all get this screen. You all have access to all this Microsoft stuff. You have a Word. And by the way, these are like hyperdocs. They're right in there. You can work on them. I work with some of my colleagues. We're doing a research project. We're doing a Word where you can see where it's all. If you're familiar with Dr. Hargrove, I'm working with something with her. We kind of work on the document together. There's PowerPoints. It all saves it in this drive. It's like a Google Drive. That's all great. What I want you to do, there's some things down here. There's Microsoft, there's Teams, there's Sway, which is kind of I think it's kind of like PowerPoint, but it's more image driven. I don't like it as much as PowerPoint, but that's neither here nor there. There's your OneDrive, which is where everything is stored. There's your email, your Outlook. I think everyone knows Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Some of us are weaker at Excel. Some of us are not. I'm so on that, but I'm confident with these. All that's great. When you log in now, go down to the bottom. There's something called Forms. I want you to create a new quiz. And again, we'll just do French Revolution. Whoops. and I want you to add questions. I want you to do 5. I don't care how detailed the questions are. You could say true, false, or tell me, pick a content area, make it relevant to what you're doing. But if you're doing math, what is 2 plus 2? And you have the choices, or it can be, you can do a rating, you can do a class evaluation. I don't care as long as you do something related to school. But after you do all that, again, probably won't take you very long, just 5 questions. Hit share. Now there's the address, just like with the Flipgrid. That's nice. Don't send me that. I want you to send this. That's your QR code. And I think everyone's probably familiar with QR codes when you hold up your phone and it reads it and it takes you right to the survey. That's all I want you to do. I want you to download that and submit the QR code. If it does not work, just email it to me. But it should work on Brightspace because I think you're downloading it and you should be able to just submit it. I'm going to take my phone or my iPad right here. I'm going to turn the camera on and I'm just going to go to each one of those. I'm sorry, I'm going to plug it in because it was almost dead. You're getting a very rough cut here, but that's okay. Well, it's okay for me. I don't know if it is for you. That, I believe, is what I wanted to just kind of touch base with everyone on. Of course, you have your discussions. Love the discussions with the artwork. By the way, you're all a lot of high matches with the works of art this time. The Google Classroom or Google Arts and Culture site is actually kind of interesting. I used it a lot, and it was a fun way to kind of get students interested in some works of art and things when we were doing like the Renaissance and all. I think that is it for this week. Don't forget, you can submit all this. Don't forget to review one of the texts. If we were a full semester, I would ask you to review all of them. I'm not going to do that to you. It's a very small amount of time with this class for the summer. So just pick one. You can review Nearpod. You can review Edpuzzle. You can review QR codes. You can do Flipgrid. I don't care. You can do Pear Deck. If you check out the apps, you can do that. I'll make sure that I thought I had that on there, but I don't. I'll email that out tonight or make sure it's posted up here. That's it. That's all you have to do. I will make sure to have a video up for next week too. It might not get sent out until Sunday. I'm coming back not this weekend, obviously, but in the following weekend. So I will make sure to have something up. If I'm really on the ball, maybe I can get something videoed in Florida. With that being said, you all have been rocking it. Don't forget, email anytime you have any questions. I have email access. I will make sure to do it. Don't forget a couple other things. Some of you have already done this. You have to do a certification either for Google level 1, which costs $10. You don't have to do that one, or do Apple certification. Some people have already done the Apple certification. That's fine. You just have to attempt it. You don't have to pass anything. But it's nice resume materials if you do, and it seems like so far everyone's had no problems with the Apple. And also, Ed 500, don't forget you have a research paper. It is posted. And also Ed 500, I don't know if I sent an email out on this or not, but just a reminder, I think I sent the syllabus directly to everyone, but it's also posted up under here. Make sure that you have the Ed 500 syllabus, which has the research requirements also posted on it. 380, that message means nothing. It's just, there's that research element with 500. And I think I caught before I fully published everything, I had put 380s up on 500 briefly before I removed it. Just make sure you have the Education 500 syllabus. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up right now just to show you. And just to show you, there it is. There's 500, and that's it. And 380, yours is as is. You're good to go. Discussions have been great. I'm trying to keep up on the grading. I will try to keep up week to week and just go for it. But there's the research paper, and it is on Brightspace. So hope everyone's having a good week, having a good summer. Like I say, you've been rocking it. Just email if you have any questions, and I am going to go ahead and stop recording and hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you later.